Deep, deep down in the blue-green sea where the sunlight dances and the seaweed sways, there was a busy coral school full of bright little fish, and among them lived a tiny one, small, shiny, and full of ideas. Her name was Tilly. Tilly wasn't the fastest swimmer, and she wasn't the biggest either, but she was the best storyteller in the entire ocean. Every morning, when the bell shell rang and all the fish swam to class, Tilly was never on time. "Tilly's late again," sighed Mr. Finn, the gentle seahorse teacher. He floated by the coral gate, looking down the sandy path. The sea snails were already in their seats. The crabs were sharpening their claws on the rockboard. The jellyfish were glowing softly, waiting. And then, whoosh! Through a cloud of bubbles came Tilly, flipping and twirling. "Sorry I'm late, Mr. Finn," she puffed. "You'll never believe what happened." "Oh?" said Mr. Finn, raising an eyebrow fin. "Let me guess. Another story?" Tilly nodded eagerly. "Yes, I met a mermaid this morning. She was brushing her hair with a golden shell and she waved at me before swimming into a rainbow cave." The class giggled. Mr. Finn smiled kindly. "All right, Tilly, take your seat, please. Let's begin today's lesson." But everyone loved Tilly's stories. Even the shyest little shrimp listened closely when she spoke about her wild adventures. One day, she told them about a shark that learned to dance under the moonlight. Another time, she described a sea dragon who guarded a treasure chest full of pearls. She even told them about a pirate ship that sank with gold and jewels still inside. And once, she swore a giant squid sneezed so hard it made a whirlpool. "Wow," whispered her classmates. "Do you think it's true?" "Probably not," whispered another, smiling. "But it's fun." Even Mr. Finn had to admit Tilly's imagination made school a little brighter every day. But one morning, the shell bell rang, and the fish swam into class, and the crabs clicked their claws, and the jellyfish glowed. But no Tilly. Mr. Finn waited. The students whispered amongst themselves. "Maybe she's telling another story," said one fish. "Maybe she met a whale this time," said another. But the morning passed, and Tilly still didn't come. Mr. Finn frowned. Something must have happened. Far, far away, Tilly was in terrible trouble. She had been swimming just outside the coral reef, chasing a shiny bubble when, swoosh, a huge fishing net swept through the water. Before she could even think to dart away, she was trapped. "Help! Help!" cried Tilly, but her voice was tiny against the roaring waves above. Up, up, up the net rose, into the bright, blinding air. For the first time ever, Tilly saw the sky. It was wide and blue and strange. The sea looked so very far below, the fishermen didn't even notice the little silver fish. They were busy sorting crabs and big tuna. Then, reap, a small hole tore in the net, and Tilly slipped right through. Splash! She tumbled back into the water. She was free, but she was completely lost. Tilly looked around. The water was dark and cold. Strange shapes drifted past. Long, glowing jellyfish and seaweed forests that seemed taller than whales. She didn't know which way to go. She swam this way and then that way. "Excuse me," she asked a passing crab. "Do you know the way to coral school?" The crab shook his claw. "No idea, but I heard a story once about a little fish who rides to school on seahorses." Tilly gasped. "That's me, I'm that fish." "Ah," said the crab. "Then swim toward the kelp forest. You'll find someone there who knows more." Tilly swam and swam until she reached the thick green kelp forest. There she met an old sea turtle, resting peacefully on a rock. "Hello, turtle," said Tilly politely. "I'm lost. Do you know the way back to coral school?" The turtle blinked slowly. Coral school, I've never been there, but I've heard about a fish who once met a mermaid. Is that you?" "Yes," said Tilly. "That's me again." "Well then," said the turtle, smiling, "follow this current to the right. It will take you toward the coral reef." "Thank you," said Tilly, and off she swam, her little heart hopeful. The current carried her far, far across the sea. She was getting tired and hungry, but then shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. 1,000 tiny lights surrounded her. It was a shoal of silver fish, sparkling like stars underwater. "Who are you?" asked one. "I'm Tilly," she said. "I tell stories, lots of them," the silver fish whispered among themselves. "Tilly, the storyteller? We've heard about you. You're famous all across the ocean, Tilly blushed. Really? Of course, said one. You're the fish who told the tale of the dancing shark, and the mermaid with golden hair, and the pirate ship of pearls. Tilly smiled shyly. Well, those were just stories, but right now I really need to get home. Then come with us, said the silver fish. We know the way to the coral reef. Together they swam, through blue shallows past waving seagrass and over glittering sandbanks. And then, at last, Tilly saw something familiar, the bright coral towers of her school. Mr. Finn, classmates, I'm back, she called out. Inside the classroom, everyone turned. Look, it's Tilly. And Mr. Finn gasped. Tilly, we were so worried. I'm sorry I'm late, said Tilly, smiling. But this time my story is true. I was really caught in a fishing net. I met a crab, a turtle, and a shoal of silver fish who helped me find my way home. The class stared. Wow, whispered one. Do you think it really happened? Mr. Finn smiled softly. Yes, he said. I think this one really did. And from that day on, when Tilly told her stories, everyone listened, just in case one turned out to be true again. If you enjoyed Tilly's incredible adventure, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Share this story with someone you love and follow Gruffalo World to hear more magical ocean tales next time. Thanks for watching.